right, begin.
Robert Lane Saget, better known as Bob Saget, was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on May 17, 1956. Bob grew up in a stable household. His father, Benjamin, was a supermarket executive, and his mother, Rosalind, was a hospital administrator. In his early life, Bob Saget and his family, they moved to Norfolk, Virginia, where he briefly attended Lake Taylor High. It was there where Bob started developing his sense of humor and then later on became a rebellious student. Not too long after that, his family upped and moved from Virginia to Los Angeles, and that's where he met Larry Fine of the Three Stooges. But unfortunately, Bob and his parents were not there long because his parents opted to move back to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania prior to his senior year. Bob went on to graduate from Abington Senior High School and later on attended Temple University, where he studied film. Thanks to Bob's English teacher in high school, Elaine Zimmerman, who pushed Bob to study film because she saw potential. But at first, Bob wasn't so sure about that because he initially wanted to become a doctor. While attending Temple University, Bob created a black and white film called Through Adam's Eyes. The film was about a boy who received reconstructive facial surgery. The film did so well that it was honored with an award of merit in the Student Academy Awards. Shortly thereafter, Bob went on to graduate with a Bachelor in Arts in 1978. Shortly after that, Bob intended to take graduate courses at the University of Southern California, but quit only after a few days. Then after that, Bob was faced with a health scare where his appendix burst. After making a full recovery in 1987, Bob had a short stint as a member of the CBS morning program. During this time, Bob had a strong support system at home. He was married to Sherry Kramer, and they had 3 daughters, Aubrey, Laura, and Jennifer. But later on, the marriage didn't last because they ended up divorcing in 1997. After Bob's short stint at CBS, he was then cast as Danny Tanner in Full House. As for me, this is where I was introduced to Bob Saget because Full House was the headliner on TGIF. If you guys can remember, it was an all-star lineup, and as a teenager, I can remember just being giddy and looking forward to watching television on Friday nights. And in my opinion, there's nothing like the sitcoms that graced the television screens in the 1990s. Full House went on to receive rave reviews, and the ratings were through the roof. In 1989, Bob Saget was able to get another gig where he became the host of America's Most Funniest Videos. Unfortunately, in 1997, Bob was ousted as the host of America's Home Most Funniest Videos. Soon after that, Bob was able to direct his first feature film called Dirty Work, and honestly, it didn't do too well. Negative reviews from critics overshadowed the project, and it also earned low box office returns as a result. Bob Saget did not stop there. He continued to write and direct several films while doing stand-up comedy at the same time. After being divorced for 20 years, Bob found love again. He married Kelly Rizzo in 2018. They seemed to be extremely happy and appreciative of one another. Bob continued to travel the world and grace the stage with his comedic talents in an effort to make people laugh. But unfortunately, the fans in Jacksonville will be the last fans to ever see Bob grace the stage with his presence. After Bob's performance in Jacksonville, the beloved comedian then traveled to Orlando to do a stand-up gig the following night. On January the 9th, 2022, there was a call made that there was an unresponsive man in a hotel room. That man ended up being Bob Saget. He passed away at the age of 65. At first, the cause of his passing was thought to be of a heart attack or a stroke. They also revealed that Bob tested positive for the C word. But just a few days ago, after further investigation, it was revealed that there was trauma to Bob Saget's head. Now, beloved fans and a world-renowned pathologist by the name of Saget want answers. The medical examiner, Dr. Joshua Stephanie, is saying that it could have came just from a simple fall. Pathologist Saget is denouncing those claims, and he feels that those injuries that were found on the back of Bob's head comes from a result of potential foul play. It says here, renowned forensic pathologist Dr. Saget tells Radar that if Saget family agrees, he thinks a second autopsy should be conducted along with a full-on investigation into the actor's movements and activities hours before he died. All of these injuries, fractures, and areas of hemorrhage could not have been sustained by one fall, he said. I am very surprised that the medical examiner attributed it to one fall. This is no way this could have occurred with one fall. This is something I find with someone with a baseball bat to the head, or who has fallen from 20 or 30 feet, he said. The fracture in front of his eye sockets and contusions, these are things that cannot be attributed to injuries away from the point of impact. Dr. Weck told radar investigators should retrace Saget's steps before he checked into the hotel, talked to witnesses who may have seen his face at check-in, examine hotel card key usage to see if anyone entered his room or even if he was seen with someone else. I could not rule out something more sinister here and call it a mere accident without knowing all of the details. I agree with world-renowned pathologist Dr. Weck. There needs to be a second autopsy conducted in regards to this situation. And the fact that the medical examiner, Dr. Joshua Stephanie, is attributing this to just one simple fall after seeing and describing the amount of trauma that was on the back of Bob Saget's head is atrocious. Also, I think it's imperative that I let you all know that there were no drugs or alcohol found in Bob's system. And I know that you can slip and fall without being under the influence of something, but with the amount of scars and bruises that they said that Bob had to the back of his head, that just didn't come from one slip and fall, y'all. So in my estimation, this was deliberately done to Bob. And now the investigation is on. But anyway, I want to hear what you all think about this particular situation. Drop down in the comments and give me your true thoughts and analysis, all right? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.